Welcome, Transformer fans. My name is Composite Enerjoe, and today's review will be on the Transformers Studio Series Voyager class Megatron. More specifically, Movie 1 Megatron, or Transformers 2007 Megatron, and that's what this is. And here he is in his iconic Cybertronian jet mode, and it looks nice. I think this is a very nice jet mode. It's not exactly the most accurate version, the most accurate representation of this alt mode. However, I think it's one of those that it's close enough where you can tell what it is. Like, you can see this and you'd be like, oh, this is movie 1 Megatron. It's very distinct. And I do like that they were able to capture that. I guess my one complaint is that he's a bit bulky. He's bulkier than he should be, and I'm probably going to repeat that a couple more times in this review. But yeah, I think this is a very nice representation of this alt mode. It's not a completely accurate, but it's close enough. And sometimes I think that close enough is good enough. In this case, it's fine. I'm not really bothered by it. I'm just sort of I just really like this alt mode, how it turned out. He does come with one accessory, which is this, his weapon, which is this piece, which is his Cybertronian flail, or I believe this is his mace, which can be stored right here in his alt mode, like so. And I think that's a pretty decent way to store it. Let me unpeg it and put it off to the side. So yeah, here's the vehicle mode, Cybertronian jet. Looks really nice, not too accurate, but it's close enough where you can tell what it is and who it is. So now on to the transformation, which starts off by unpegging this, pegging that, popping this like so, pulling back, then unpegging from there and folding back, and at the same time you separate these leg pieces. So we might as well get the most complicated part out of the way, which are his legs. Let me fold this down, bring that forward, bring this down, and you gotta start folding up the wing. So do not do that. There we go. Do not do that. So how this is pegged in is like there, so you lift this forward a bit. Grab that, fold it, fold back, and fold that down. Then you fold, fold, fold. And then you bring this piece here, and make sure you use this peg for this port here. You sort of latch it onto there, like so. And then you just start folding this entire thing inside. And this goes inside of his leg. There we go. Leg, and then this piece will come up, and then this piece comes up and plugs in there. And then you have one of his legs. So left leg, you do the same thing. Like so. Start collapsing, rotate, make sure it's plugged in one spot, then bring this entire assembly inward. Take his little tail wing here, plug it in there, and fix up the feet. And there we have the hardest part of the transformation done, which is his legs. And now he's getting a bit tall, so let me lift this up a bit. He's getting a bit on the tall side. So now for his upper half. How this works is you pull this entire thing back, and then you start sort of breaking this like so. You need to have it angled like this. Then you lift up his head, rotate it around, Bring those like so, and then bring the chest in. There'll be little pegs here for you to pop in these pieces. We're almost there. Then we lift this piece up, and then we have to peg it in like so. Should be a click. There we go. You need to have it lined up like that, and then it'll connect into place. There we go. Oh wait, there we go. There we go. Make sure it's all lined up. And then fold out his hands. And then here we have, in all his terrifying glory, Movie 1 Megatron in his robot mode. And I gotta say, I'm really digging this. Not gonna lie, I am digging this robot mode. I really like how this turned out. It's not 100% accurate. It's honestly bulkier than it should be, especially here in the legs. But again, they were like that because that's where you have the wings stowed away. But yeah, I'd say that overall, this is a very, very nice looking Movie 1 Megatron. I feel that in person he looks a lot better than he does in the stock photos. I remember the first time I saw the photos of this guy, he didn't look that good, but in person, oh man, he looks quite impressive. They did recycle the chest from the Revenge of the Fallen Megatron, his earlier figure. So the chest is not 100% accurate, and obviously the legs are too bulky. But I think if you sort of like if you sort of gloss over that, he's a very fine looking representation of the first movie Megatron. Nice and bulky. Sadly, he doesn't come with his fusion cannon. It's a shame. Like I said, his accessory is this one whip, which is also cool which is still pretty cool that he has this, which as you can see can rotate here on the top, which is nice. And how he equips this is when you fold down an arm, you just plug this in there, and this is how you have his mace weapon. Very cool. It's a nice little like softish plastic, so you can kind of wiggle it around, which is very cool. Very, very neat looking accessory. I don't believe there's no way to really store it outside of that, so which kind of stinks. Hold on, there we go. It also works on this arm, if you were wondering, as well. To store this, I think you could just plug it in like this. So you can kind of do that using the same port as in his vehicle mode. But let me put this off to the side. So yeah, let's get on with articulation. His head, his very nicely sculpted head, very nice, is on a ball joint. The arms can go out that far, in 360. A swivel at the shoulder, not the shoulder, swivel at the arm, bend at the elbow, and a little bit of wrist action. Legs can go out that far, in, forward, back. Very nice bend at the knee, little gappy, but very nice bend at the knee, and an ankle, as well as a little bit of up and down on the toes. Both the heel and the toe can move on their own hinges. Unfortunately, no waist, and a swivel at the thigh. Forgot about that one. So yeah, overall, I think this is a very, very cool version of Movie 1 Megatron. Not gonna lie, this looks very nice. Is it accurate? No, it's not. Unfortunately, it's not like 100% accurate. But it's one of those, well, like the vehicle mode, it's accurate enough where you can tell which version of Megatron this is. You can look at this and be like, oh, this is Movie 1 Megatron. Little bulky, but it's Movie 1 Megatron. So, yeah, very nice. Very nice figure. Very nice figure. On to size comparisons. Here is Ratchet, Cliff, and new guy, slightly bigger Cliff. So we have Mini Cliff and Bigger Cliff. And here they are. Oh no, not the quarter. Get rid of a Mini Cliff there. And now onto the final accessory, which is the backdrop. And here he is. Here's the backdrop, which is representing the Battle of Mission City, which was at the end of the first Transformers film. And you just put him up there. And unfortunately, my guy's actually pretty big, so let me angle this some more. And there you go, him towering over everything. Oh man, all that's left is for me to have like a Jazz that I can rip apart. Pretty sure someone's already done that. You monsters. Just taking the Jazz figure and just sort of ripped him in half. I'm not wondering if that Jazz figure has a function, has like a joint that you can do that. Oh, that'd be pretty neat. Morbid but neat if the Jazz figure could do that. So yeah, I guess on to the mini history, and you know who this is. This is Megatron. More so, this is like Megatron is a G1 character, you know, the main bad guy of the series, like one of them, at least the most famous one. He's rival to Optimus Prime, and this is the movie 1 interpretation, which he turns into a Cybertronian jet, and his main weapons was a fusion cannon, which he was able to do by combining both of his hands, and his weapon, which is his flail or mace. So yeah, like it's Megatron, the big bad leader of the Decepticons, who in the first movie went after the Allspark and was frozen on Earth. Was then discovered by, you know, Archibald Woodwicki, Captain Archibald Woodwicki, who would then led to Sector 7, having him in his possession. You know, just go watch the first movie. But yeah, overall, I think this is a very nice figure. I think the Revenge of the Fallen figure looked a little bit better because it was a little more accurate. This one, still a little too bulky, but I understand why they did it. But still, overall, very nice interpretation of the first movie Megatron. So yeah, overall, nice figure. This has been my review of the Transformers Studio Series Voyager class Megatron. Movie 1 Megatron. This is Composite Enerjoe signing out. Peace out.